Hi guys, Mr. Fix here. I'm just taking a little break from what I've been doing. I want to show you what I've been up to. Haven't been following the news much, but I've been reading the forum, and yeah, it's nice to see everybody's playing nice. Got some interesting things. Been listening to YouTube a lot. You guys know that's pretty much what I do. A lot on yeah, metaphysical, a lot of esoteric, a lot of you know, David Icke, a lot of alternative or the what I don't know, a lot of the news feeds. I still go through Infowars, Steve Quayle, and some of the fun sites just to see what's going on. And I've been doing a lot on Tesla and some of the other some of the other guys that have been trying to figure out what he was up to. So I wanted to show you at least some of the stuff that I've been working on. I'm basically in my living room right now, and I've been playing with all kinds of things. I got. Let's see. Let me show you around a little bit. This is basically the big best mess I'm making. When I said I was right there on my living room floor, I wasn't kidding. And there's more tools. But I just finished. Let me show you some of the stuff. I had to make a pulley and practice a little bit on how to get exactly as much wire on one wheel as the other. Playing with an ohm meter and just rolling it up from one to the other until I get the exact middle. That was more of a practice thing than anything else because I'm going to have to measure all the windings by ohms. Because electricity taking the path of least resistance, I need 16 coils bipolar, which means there's actually two circuits in each one, hence the two wheels, okay, or the two rolls of wire. And I went to fix my drill, got the brushes for them from the store, took it all apart. They were the wrong brushes. So I cut some little pieces of plastic and jammed them behind the brush and spring and got it working again. Hopefully I'll get a few more hours out of it. That's all I really need. I don't know what I'm going to do about getting the right ones. What else are we doing? Oh, there's all my neodymium magnets, which I was working on. I got, they're all 2 inch by half inch. But what I've done is, back to the old trim nail thing. My daughter figured that, and we came up with the idea that the magnetic fields run lengthwise. And what we're going to do is mount them on each side of a spinning wheel with, some of you might remember my search last year for neodymium magnet powder. So these press, you can take them off. And that's the, I think it's an N50, oh wait, yeah, something 52. It's a super neodymium. Now, the design calls for 16 of them, but I got to make them in a way that I've never seen them done before. They have to fit with the windings around them, and it's going to be an inner bipolar and then an outer for the power takeoff. And they all have to fit flush on the side. I can't have them set back from the magnet. So they're all going to have to be made with epoxy. So I've got lots of this stuff. The 5-minute type. There's 2 bottles, but you get the basic idea. And while I'm winding it on the wheel, which I'll do, basically I'm going to put them on a bolt, tighten them up, put the bolt in the drill, run the windings on each one, get them up, and then figure out how to split those wires 16 ways. Got a little bit of math to do on that, but I'm actually getting kind of confident with it. Let's see. And I want to show you the other thing where it's all going to wind up when I'm done. And that's, let's see. Yeah. the new one up here, and I had to buy some fittings. See, the whole idea was I had these recessed into the wheel. The wheel's on the inside, as you can see. Well, I'm going to have to cut all these out, and I'm going to have to get the magnets fitting, and the windings, and the coils around them fitting flush. Let's see. See, this is still in working order. And I can dial up any speed I want. Right now, the belt's actually working, although I've got a gear I'm going to put on here because I get much higher RPMs with the gear on it than I do with the belt. So, I've decided for the prototype, I'm just going to let it scream. Alright? And, that's the basic idea. So when some of you offered me a little bit of help, now I don't actually know the terminology a lot of this. When I'm looking at my meter, I don't even know exactly what the numbers on it mean, but I can actually split the difference. At some point, I'm going to have to figure out some big coils and some big capacitors. What I've got for power, I've got a car coil. I've also got 10,000 volt transformer. Yes, that's going to do the inner coils. And points, I may try it this way too. Have to look up how many volts one of these things is, but took this off a spare Cadillac. I've also got set of points, condenser and everything, and I had it set up on here with the little battery where I could click it. The beauty of that, I've got an inverter. It's actually out underneath the seat of my car. And I may mount that to the bottom of it if I need 120 volts for the high voltage. But now what we got to work on is the highest possible voltage DC, breaking it at a high rate, and then drawing the back pulse off. I think that's where Tesla picked up a lot of his power, his atmospheric power. Is just reading the history of it all. That's why I'm doing the bifolars. So I energize it on one side, draw the power off the other side. If I put 10,000 volts in, there should be about 20,000 volts coming out. And I'm going to work it from that angle for right now. Plus, this basic design I had showed you about a year ago, there was a thing on the internet. I'll get the pictures up. They're on the old dots forum. Of this basic thing that was supposed to put out 50,000 watts when you added it all up. And I'm probably only putting a couple hundred in. So that's what, Green Lantern had posted something on the coils going this way, and there's supposed to be 1,000,000 to 1 power increase. Well, technically, that's probably feasible, but I'm combining a lot of different ideas that I've learned over the years, just like with my first motor. Just trying to make something that works. So I'm going with the bipolar coils because Tesla always wound them that way. And I don't see that done on anything else. So we're going to do that. And additionally, got all the magnets ready to go. I've got the splines all epoxy together. I got the 2 wheels, and what I'm going to do now is just start, put the bolt and my splines in there and just start making one 2-inch coil after another until I've got 16 of them. And probably then do the outer coil. I figure I got the 28 gauge wire. It's like a hair. The wire is so fine. This stuff is really super fine. Can you see it? Yeah, you can probably just see a little bit of a hair when it hits the light the right way. But that will be the primary. The secondaries is good old, I don't know, what is this? 10 gauge? 10 gauge. Yeah, 10 gauge, and that's what the picture said, so I recognized it. And there'll only be about 10 coils around each one for the output, and this is all gets combined. So I'll do a wiring diagram once I figure out what it is. I've got a lot of it in my head. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've made a lot of modifications to the basic design in the last year, and I've been studying a lot on the what do you call it, the Akasha records or whatever, the way Tesla supposedly channeled all this stuff and the answers came to him in his dreams. Well, I've been getting answers for all the problems that I've had to confront fixing stuff for years now in my dreams. I usually will contemplate a big project the night before, and I will basically design the solution in my head so when I show up for work, it's like ready to go and everything falls into place. Most oftenly, that works. When I said I'm actually pretty good at showing up, even doing a job I've never done before, and pulling it off just like that. And I'm going to use a lot of that, to work my way through this. So just wanted to say hi. My daughter's off for the rest of the week from school, spring break, all that stuff. So I'll probably be mixing a little bit of family stuff, but all my free time I'm going to dump into this. I want to see if I can actually have all the coils mounted on it in about a week. I've been, putting that off for a year because I wasn't sure how to wind them, and I've spent the last couple of days like taking all these magnets out of old fixtures. I had holders that were threaded in there, and they were all glued together, and I had to break all the glue and take out the magnets and clean them up and start over again with a whole new design. And I hate wasting days and days and days of work, and not to mention the expensive parts that just go in the garbage when I'm done with them because I can't use them. So that's what I'm up to, and we won't do any conspiracy theory stuff right now. I'm still read like Dave Hodges today, with his end of the world martial law scenario, which looks good. The sky's full of chemtrails. The economic conditions of the world is going down. The you know looking towards war on a global scale is still ramping up. It seems like we're just trying to start about, I don't know, half a dozen wars simultaneously. Uh, how's it all going to shake out? I'm still going under the assumption it's not going to happen. I'm looking forward to Jim Willie this week. I hope Turd asks him a couple of those questions that I dreamt up because, yeah, it's down the rabbit hole. I know that, but still, I'm reaching a lot of the same conclusions that just I don't think they can pull off World War III. I mean, they can pull off a lot of regional messes, but just like what I saw on the last couple of pages of the Dots Forum, Karen Kagwa talking about how he's seeing a lot, or mm, Guerrilla Capitalist. That was the one saying that all his neighbors are waking up and getting together to make food. I'm noticing that in my own neighborhood. I've got neighbors now that their pantries are filled to the brim. They're out in their backyard. They're blowing off their shotguns and handguns all day. On the weekends when the town council is off, and it's funny because there's so many things that are actually illegal in this town. Like you can't cut down a tree in your own yard and things like that. And yet, you know, the weekend comes and you hear all the chainsaws start up and everybody's cutting what they need to cut and everybody's doing whatever they need to do. And then Monday morning when the town board's back in session and everything like that, it's just quiet. You don't hear anything. So it's like that's the kind of games that are getting played here all the time. So I'm confident. There seems to be a lot of people that are awake. They know what's going on, and they're preparing for the worst. And so am I. But I'm kind of past this, prepping. I've been prepping for a long time. I've been dreaming up these ideas of what to do about the whole free energy thing, and I want to try this out. And I want to try it out while there's still an economy left, where if I need more wire or more parts, I can run out and get them. So that's what I'm up to right now. Took anyway. I'm going to say bye now for the weekend, okay? Take care.